So let us start the lecture. This is our first lecture in this subject. So this subject is water supply engineering. This is the subject has been given to me to teach. So this is your second sem of the second year, and this subject water supply engineering. Previous in earlier syllabus it was in the third year syllabus. So in the new curriculum it has been come to second year syllabus of the second semester. Okay, and already you have familiar with this subject in your diploma. Most of you from the direct second year, most of the I think all the students have done their diploma, and in I think diploma's third year you have learned one subject which is called as public health engineering, right? So this subject is come from that it has most of the part is there in the public health engineering. Okay, so in public health engineering you have learned the water supply engineering as well as wastewater engineering or sewage water wastewater engineering. So here you will have two different subject to learn or to deal with. One subject is water supply engineering, that is one separate subject, and second another subject is wastewater engineering. I think it is in the next semester of the third year. Okay, as compared to the fluid mechanics, introduction to fluid mechanics, this subject is more application oriented, as fluid mechanics is more fundamental subject. There we'll learn a lot of principles, then laws, derivations. Okay, so this was the fundamental subject, and this subject water supply engineering, it is more or the less it is application oriented subject. Okay, here we will have the applications of fluid mechanics, then we will have the applications of chemistry, then physics, then environmental science, then biology. All different subjects may be taken help to uh, apply that knowledge in the water supply engineering. Okay, so here to begin with, we are going to start with the unit number 1. Before that, we will discuss about the curriculum, then what are the different course outcomes, then we will discuss about the syllabus, then we'll see what are the questions, assignment questions that may be asked or that has been asked in examinations, and then we will start with our unit number 1, quality and quantity of water. Okay, so this is our unit number 1. So first we will see what are the course outcome in this subject, in this course. So water supply engineering, it is one course. So in this course, what are the course outcomes? So course outcome is at the end of this syllabus or at the completion of this course, what are the competencies that should be gained by the student. ओके, हे हा सब्जेक्ट शिकल्यानंतर आपल्याकडे त्या ठिकाणी कोणकोणत्या कॉम्पिटन्सीज किंवा स्किल्स आपल्याकडे आल्या पाहिजेत, तर हे आउटकम्स आहेत. हे आउटकम्स आपल्याला ॲट द एंड ऑफ द कोर्स हे आपल्याकडे असायला पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, व्हॉट आर दॅट डिफरंट कोर्स आउटकम्स? सो फर्स्ट वन इज okay, first we will read this first sentence. Upon successful completion of the course, the student will be able to students will be able to plan and design water conveyance system for rural or urban area based on population forecast. Okay, म्हणजे काय? Students will be able to plan and design water conveyance system. हे पाणी आपण वाहून नेण्यासाठी आपल्याला जी सिस्टीम आपण त्या ठिकाणी पाईपलाईन नेटवर्क वगैरे आहेत, पाईपलाईन सिस्टीम जे आहेत, त्याचं तुम्हाला प्लॅनिंग किंवा डिझायनिंग हे तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी करता येऊ शकेल ॲट द एंड ऑफ दिस कम्प्लिशन ऑफ द सिलेबस. ओके, बेस्ड अपॉन द पॉप्युलेशन फोरकास्ट. म्हणजे आपण ते ज्यावेळेस सिस्टीम डिझाईन करतो एखादी, सो दॅट सिस्टीम वी डू नॉट डिझाईन फॉर द करंट पॉप्युलेशन. जे चालू पॉप्युलेशनसाठी आपण ते डिझाईन करत नसतो, तर फ्युचरमधले पुढचे एक 20 वर्ष, 25 वर्ष, 30 वर्ष हा जो पुढचा डिझाईन पिरियड आहे, वी कन्सिडर दॅट डिझाईन पिरियड. आणि आफ्टर दॅट what will be the population at that time? So by considering that population, we do the design of this different systems. Okay, so you will be able to do that. Then you will be able to design various water treatment units and plan their operations on the basis of raw water quality and water demand. ठीक आहे. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रॉ वॉटर क्वालिटी, जे रॉ वॉटर आहे, प्रोसेस करायच्या अगोदरचं जे पाणी आहे त्याची क्वालिटी बघून आणि हाऊ मच डिमांड ऑफ वॉटर इज देअर हे बघून आपण त्या ठिकाणी कोणकोणत्या ट्रीटमेंट युनिट्स आपण त्या ठिकाणी बसवले पाहिजेत, कोणकोणते ट्रीटमेंट्स आपण पाण्यावरती केले पाहिजेत. सो द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ द वॉटर विल बी डिफरंट फॉर द सरफेस वॉटर, इट विल बी डिफरंट फॉर द बोरवेल वॉटर, ग्राउंड वॉटर, राईट. So you will be able to do design that water treatment units based upon the quality of water and demand of water, right? So this is the second outcome. Third, you will be able to apply the knowledge of advanced water treatment processes for individual water purification units, right? So conventional जे treatment processes आहेत जे आपण युनिट नंबर 2 मध्ये बघणार आहोत. So in addition to that, nowadays various advanced water treatment processes have been developed, which are specifically useful for individual water purification units. Okay, आपल्या वैयक्तिक घरासाठी असेल किंवा कम्युनिटीसाठी असेल, एक ठराविक आपल्या गल्लीसाठी, त्यासाठी जो ट्रीटमेंट, ॲडव्हान्स ट्रीटमेंट जे कोणकोणते आपण त्या ठिकाणी वापरू शकतो. So that you will learn these treatments, advanced water treatment processes in unit number 3. Okay, then you will be able to plan and design water distribution system. जे आपण ट्रीटमेंट केल्यानंतर जे ट्रीटेड वॉटर आहे किंवा जे प्युअर वॉटर आहे, दॅट शुड बी टेकन टू द टॅप ऑफ द कंझ्युमर. ओके, टॅप ऑफ द कंझ्युमर म्हणजे काय, जो वापर करणारे लोक आहेत त्यांच्या घरी नळाला ते पाणी त्या ठिकाणी गेलं पाहिजे, बरोबर आहे. सो टू ट्रान्सफर और टू कॅरी दॅट वॉटर from the treatment plant to the tap of the consumer, we need to have a distribution network. So you will be able to design, you will be able to plan and design that distribution system, okay, after completion of this course, right? Then last one, you will be able to identify operation and maintenance problems in the water supply systems and suggest suitable solution. काही वेळेस काय होतं, आफ्टर सम डेज, सम इयर्स, देर विल बी सम मेंटेनन्स इश्यू विल बी देअर, देन वी हॅव टू डू द मेंटेनन्स ऑफ दॅट. ओके, वॉटर सप्लाय सिस्टीम मेंटेनन्स, you will be able to do that maintenance part, and you will be able to suggest the solutions for that particular problem, okay, after completion of this course. What is the course? That is water supply engineering. Then now we will see the syllabus. Okay, so this is the structure of your second year fourth sem. Here you can see the different subjects are there, courses, name of the course are given, then lectures, division of the or distribution of the lectures, it has been given, then practicals are there, how the they have been distributed, and then ISC, ESC, ICA, how the marks have been distributed, you can see here. So first course is the water supply engineering, CV221. This is the course code for the water supply engineering subject, CV221. Here CV is for civil engineering, then 2 is for second year, again second 2 is for the second sem, and 1 is for the first subject here. Okay, so 221 is the course code, water supply engineering. Then as per university, we have 3 lectures, 3 hours per week for the lectures, and for the practicals 2 hours per week. So this is the weightage has been given for the this subject, water supply engineering. Then you can see there 30 marks ISE is there for this subject, 70 mark ESE. So as it was there for the fluid mechanics subject, similarly here you have the weightage 30 and 70. Then in practicals here you will have the ICA of 25 marks. Okay, or term work we can say it is of the 25 marks is there for this subject. Okay. Then this was about the overall scheme. Now we will see the syllabus. What are the contents are there in these subjects that we will see. So there are total two sections, section 1 and section 2. In section 1 we will have 3 units, and in section 2 we will have 3 units. So first we will see the section 1. In section 1 we have unit number 1, quantity and quality of water, which has been given 6 hours weightage. So in 6 hours we have to complete this part, this unit. It contains the points like sources of water, then quality and quantity of water sources, intake works, demand of water, factors affecting demand, fluctuation in the water demand and its effect, design period, then population forecast, calculations for fire demand, water quality parameters, characteristics and their significance, drinking water quality standards. Okay. Overall, in this unit, broadly, we can say we are going to learn here the quantity of water and quality of water. How to find out the quantity of water, how much quantity of water is required for a particular city or municipal corporation, that particular village or city, how much quantity of water is required for a complete year or per day, how much quantity of water is required by that particular town or city, that we need to find out first. Then quality of water should be known to us. What are the various parameters or characteristics of water that should be known to us? Physical characteristics, chemical characteristics, or biological characteristics should be known to us so that we can easily recommend or suggest what are the various treatments that is to be required for the purification of the water. Okay, so these things we are going to learn in this unit number 1. Unit number 2, the title is primary treatment units. Okay, and 8 hours weightage is given here for this unit. In this unit, we are going to see, we will see basic different treatment processes which takes place in the water treatment plant. Okay, so that we will learn here. Water treatment, principles of water treatment operations and processes, water treatment flow sheet, then aeration, sedimentation, coagulation and flocculation. So these things we are going to learn in details. Okay, what are that? Aeration, sedimentation and coagulation and flocculation. So these things in details we will learn in this unit number 2. Then comes the unit number 3. It is about the secondary treatment units. Okay, primary treatment मध्ये काय काय हे 3. Then secondary treatment मध्ये filtration, disinfection. Okay, then demineralization methods, then fluoridation and defluoridation. So these methods, these are the advanced methods, treatment methods, and these are the secondary methods here: filtration, disinfection. Okay, after coagulation and flocculation, what we do? We do the filtration of water so that minute particles, suspended particles, that will be removed with the help of that filters. And then at last we do the disinfection of the purified water so that the pathogens, means the organisms which are harmful for the human beings, that are called as the pathogens. So that pathogens can be killed with the help of some disinfectants or the chemicals which are used there. Then demineralization methods. If the water contains large amount of minerals, then we need to remove that minerals. That process is called as the demineralization. So there are different methods of demineralizations that has been shown here. We are going to learn that in this unit. Then fluoridation and defluoridation. Okay. Sometime in water, fluorine content is very large in quantity, or sometime it is very less. So both conditions are not desirable. So fluorine must be there in the water in small quantity. Okay. If the fluorine is not there, then certain kind of deficiency syndromes will be observed. It may be observed in the people's, and if it is in large quantity, again some health issues may arise there. So this fluoridation and defluoridation also we should learn. So this was the unit number 3. Next is the second section, unit number 4, conveyance of water. Okay, here we are going to learn how to convey the water from the source of water. ओके, जो पाण्याचा सोर्स आहे तिथून हे पाणी आपण जे ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट जो आपला असतो तिथपर्यंत पाणी कसं आणायचं. सो फॉर दॅट पर्पज व्हॉट आर द थिंग्स दॅट वी नीड टू लर्न. सो दॅट आर ट्रान्समिशन ऑफ वॉटर, पंपिंग अँड ग्रॅव्हिटी मेन्स, चॉईस ऑफ द पाईप मटेरियल्स, स्ट्रेसेस इन द पाईप्स, इकॉनॉमिक साईज फॉर द कन्व्हेइंग मेन्स, देन डिस्ट्रीब्युशन रिझर्वायर्स, जे ओव्हरहेड टँक वगैरे असतात किंवा ग्राउंड बेस्ड टँक्स असतात. These are the distribution reservoirs at different locations that has been placed. So that we have to learn here. Then what is service reservoir? Then what is the necessity of this distribution reservoir, storage reservoir, service storage? Okay, their location and design. So that things we are going to learn in this unit number 4. So in here 8 hours weightage is there. Unit number 5, distribution of water. So after treatment, how we distribute the water in complete town or city. So that here we are going to learn water distribution systems. There are different systems are there. Types of the distribution systems are there. We will see the details of that in this unit. Their advantage, disadvantage, methods of distributing water systems, system configuration, appurtenances. Appurtenances means the parts, miscellaneous parts which are used there for the construction of this distribution system. Basic system requirements, hydraulic analysis, head balance method, quantity balance method, equivalent pipe concept. So this most of this part, it is about the hydraulic of this water supply system. Okay, or the fluid mechanics concepts we can say that we are going to learn here. Then last unit is unit number 6, maintenance of water supply systems. Okay, so here we will see operations and maintenance of conveyance system, then types of corrosion and control measures, maintenance of water distribution system, leak detection, variation in water quality and pressure distribution system, water pollution and control acts, terminologies and significance. Okay, so what are the water pollution control acts are there, the terms used in that acts and their significance, that we are going to learn in this unit number 6. So this is overall our syllabus is there, and total how much lectures will be required to complete this unit, this syllabus. So this 5 plus 9, 14, plus 8, 23, plus 9, 32, plus 8, 40, and 6. So 46 hours are required to complete this syllabus. So overall, if you look at this syllabus, if you see, then you may think that most of the things are have been known to you. Okay, so you have known all these things, most of the things are there, but here we are going to see in details. Okay, more details we will learn the things, and to most of the students this subject, it will be more easier as compared to the fluid mechanics. Okay, so this is I am telling on the basis of the feedbacks given by the earlier students, right? So your opinion may be different depending upon individual perception. So someone may feel that fluid mechanics is much more easier than this water supply engineering. It may be there. So let us see the internal continuous assessment, that is ICA, or the practicals. What are the practicals we are going to learn in this particular subject? ICA includes the practical work to find the characteristics of the water and assignments on each unit operations. Okay. So A, experiments for determination of following. Minimum 10 experiments have been suggested by the university that we have to perform. First one, determination of pH value. So all these practicals are nothing but characteristic, finding the characteristics of the water, okay, or the parameters of the water. It is based upon this. pH value, determination of pH of the water, then alkalinity of the water, acidity of the water, then chloride content of water, hardness, turbidity, residual chlorine, then TDS through the measurement of conductivity, solids, total solids, suspended solids, dissolved solids, then determination of dissolved oxygen, then MPN, most probable number, optimum dose of alum by jar test, then fluorides, nitrogen, and iron and manganese. So out of this, some of the practicals you might have performed in the diploma, like pH, alkalinity, acidity, chloride content, hardness, turbidity, right? So again, we are going to learn these practicals. So out of these 15 practicals, 10 practicals we have to, minimum 10 practicals we have to perform. Then point B is about design or analysis problems on each water treatment units or the distribution system. Means we have to write down the assignments here. Okay, we have to solve the problems or we have to design the system. Okay, different water treatment units we have to design. This is point B. Then point C is about visit to the water treatment plant. You might have visited somewhere, depending on your college, the water treatment plant which was near to your college. You might have visited. So again, here in our curriculum also there is a visit to water treatment plant. Okay, so if possible, then we will have this visit also. Internal continuous assessment ICA submission shall consist of journal containing above mentioned experiments, visit report describing the water treatment units of the plant visited, then design of distribution system by using software or programming. So these things are there in our that journals. Okay. Then these are the this is the list of textbooks. Environmental engineering by Paving, then water supply and pollution control by Wisman, Hammer, water and wastewater technology by Hammer, then GS Birde, then KN Duggal, then SK Garg. So out of this, these two books are famous: water supply engineering by BC Punya, okay, and then this Garg, SK Garg, water supply engineering by Garg. These books are there available in our library. You can take the help of these books for widening your horizon of knowledge from this water supply engineering. These are the reference books. Manual on Water Supply and Treatment, Government of India, publication. Water and Wastewater Engineering, Volume 1 and 2 by Jonesville Publication. Water and Wastewater Technology, Prentice Hall of India, Private Limited. Okay, these are the reference books. Now we will see the assignment questions which have been asked in examination. So very few questions are there from the unit number 1. So most of the practicals are based upon this unit number 1. Okay, and these are the questions I have been asking. So you can write down these questions afterward also. Not necessary to write it right down right now. What are the questions? enlist various methods of population forecasting, explain any one in detail. And second question, explain factors affecting rate of water demand. Then write a short note on provision for higher demand in water supply. Write short note on higher demand, then design period. So such questions are there. And problems are also there in this unit based upon the population forecasting. Okay. So compulsorily problems will be asked in examination. Okay. If the theory marks, theory examination is there, 70 marks. So in that you will definitely will get one problem based upon this population forecasting. Okay. So that we also learn. Now let us begin with this. Let us start the actual syllabus. Okay, here. So what is water supply system? So before entering into this subject, we will have a outlook or the what we can say bird eye view on this. In overall this syllabus, what are we are going to see or learn that we have seen in the syllabus. Okay, and that also we are going to see in this coming one or two slides. Okay, so what is water supply system or what is water supply scheme? That should be known to us, because all this subject or the contents of these subjects, they are revolving around this point only, water supply system. Okay, so water supply system is nothing but it is the infrastructure for the collection, transmission, treatment, storage and distribution of water for homes, commercial establishments, industries, public needs, firefighting, etc. So what is water supply system? It is an infrastructure. ओके, इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्याच जे आपण लागणाऱ्या गोष्टी आहेत ह्या सगळ्याच त्याच्यामध्ये आल्या. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इंटेक्स, वॉटर ज्या ठिकाणी आपण सोर्स आहे तिथून पाणी आपण कसंही करणार आहोत. सो दॅट इंटेक्स स्ट्रक्चर, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट इट इज अन इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऑफ दिस वॉटर सप्लाय सिस्टीम. देन दॅट इंटेक्स स्ट्रक्चर ज्या ठिकाणी जॅकवेल वगैरे असेल तिथून ते पाणी आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, वी हॅव टू ब्रिंग दॅट वॉटर up to the treatment plant, right? So that part, then that pipe network, pipe system which is required to transfer or convey the water from the source of the water to the treatment plant. So that is collection of water. Okay, that is again the another infrastructure. Collection of water, then transmission, then treatment. So after bringing that water to the treatment plant, we have to do the treatment of that water. So for that treatment, we will require different processes that we have to perform on that. We will require to construct different units. Okay, so that construction of that overall treatment plant is nothing but again it is an infrastructure. Different unit operations we have to perform on the water, like screening is there. Then we have to do the sedimentation, then coagulation, right? Then filtration, disinfection. All these things come under that treatment plant, and collectively we call it is an infrastructure. Again, after treatment, we need to store some water somewhere. Okay, for that we will require storage tanks, storage reservoirs, right? And then we will require a distribution network for the distribution of that purified water or treated water in the city. Okay, the distribution करण्यासाठी will require distribution network. So again, that is a part of that infrastructure. Okay, so collectively, all these things which are required for this purpose, that things will be called as the water supply system. The infrastructure for collection, transmission, treatment, storage, and distribution of water. कशासाठी कुठे आपण डिस्ट्रीब्युशन करतोय त्याचं, फॉर द होम्स, कमर्शियल इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट्स म्हणजेच काय, शॉप्स वगैरे असतील, दुकान असतील किंवा सिनेमा हॉल्स हे आहेत, वेगवेगळ्या जे कमर्शियल इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट आहेत, दुकाने आहेत वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारची. देन इंडस्ट्रीज, पब्लिक नीड्स अँड फायर फायटिंग. So that is called as the water supply system. That infrastructure, overall infrastructure is called as the water supply system. To provide, now here two words will be maybe used simultaneously, water supply system or water supply scheme. ज्यावेळेस आपण स्कीम म्हणतो त्यावेळेस मेन फोकस इज अबाउट दी, मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला काय म्हणतो, योजना म्हणतो. ओके, पाणी पुरवठा योजना. So that is water supply scheme. So government, it provides the funding for the establishment of such water supply schemes. आणि हे जे इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आहे दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द वॉटर सप्लाय सिस्टीम, राईट. सो डिफरंट ऑथॉरिटीज, जर विलेज असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी ग्रामपंचायत असते, टाउन असतील तर त्या ठिकाणी म्युन्सिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, जर किंवा मोठे शहर असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी, छोटं शहर असेल तर म्युन्सिपल काउन्सिल, मोठं शहर असेल तर म्युन्सिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, नगर परिषद, नगरपालिका. सो त्यांची ती जबाबदारी राहते फॉर द कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ दिस वॉटर सप्लाय स्कीम्स, वॉटर सप्लाय सिस्टीम्स. वाय त्यांची काय जबाबदारी असते? टू प्रोव्हाइड दी सॉफ्ट अँड सेफ वॉटर टू द पब्लिक, राईट. To provide the soft and enough water for drinking and for other purposes, all authorities at various levels have to make arrangement to develop water supply scheme. हे प्रत्येकाला अशी सिस्टीम ही त्या ठिकाणी करावी लागते. ठीक आहे. हे छोटे छोटे वाडे वस्ती असतात त्या ठिकाणी कदाचित ही सप्लाय सिस्टीम नसते, पण nowadays in the rural areas also, villages also, you may observe different water supply schemes are there. Okay. Water supply schemes can be divided in following main components. कोणकोणते component आहेत? First is source of water, जिथून आपण पाणी घेणार आहोत, that is source of water. Then intakes means intake structures. Then treatment and distribution. So total water supply scheme can be broadly classified in these four categories. Okay, first one is the source. What are the various sources of water? Then intakes, treatment and distribution. So this is a layout of water supply scheme. Okay, so you can see here there are two different sources of water has been shown here. This is the surface water source and this is groundwater source. Depending upon the type of source, we will have different treatment process. Okay, जर सरफेस वॉटर असेल त्यासाठी काही ॲडिशनल किंवा वेगळ्या त्या ठिकाणी ट्रीटमेंट्स त्या ठिकाणी असू शकतात. ग्राउंड वॉटर असेल तर त्यासाठी वेगळ्या असू शकतात, कारण डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द इम्प्युरिटीज प्रेझेंट इन द वॉटर वी विल डिसाइड विच प्रोसेसेस आर टू बी रिक्वायर्ड अँड विच आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, राईट. जर त्या ठिकाणी सरफेस वॉटर सोर्स असेल, फॉर एक्झाम्पल लेक आर देअर, तलाव असेल किंवा नदी असेल किंवा ओपन वेल असेल, देन हिअर transmission pipe network. Okay, from that source we will take the water here. Then untreated water storage, that will be brought here for the treatment. This is overall treatment plant. Pre-treatment, after pre-treatment we will have primary treatments and then secondary treatment like coagulation, population, sedimentation, filtration, ozonation, ozonization, then absorption. After treatment here, then disinfection of the water, right. You will have here treated water. We will store water in the storage tanks, and then this water will go to the water distribution pipe network and it will reach to the consumer's tap. Okay, जे आपल्या घरी नळाला तोटी, टॅप म्हणजे काय, तोटी, आपल्या घरी ते पाणी येतं ॲट लास्ट, राईट. ग्राउंड वॉटर असेल तर अगेन सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ प्रोसेस, ट्रान्समिशन, देन अनट्रीटेड वॉटर, त्याचं ट्रीटमेंट, देन डिसइन्फेक्शन अँड रिमेनिंग पार्ट इज सेम. Less than 1 minute is remain. This session may end at any time. So you have to rejoin once again. Okay. So this is the overall, you can say, layout of the water supply scheme. याच्यावर आपल्याला एक आयडिया येते एक दिस कॅन बी कॉल्ड एज द बर्ड आय व्ह्यू ऑर इगल आय व्ह्यू. याच्यामध्ये आपण आता डिटेलमध्ये सगळ्या गोष्टी शिकणार आहोत. ओके. Now next part here is the data required for design of water supply scheme. So what different data is required